Good evening. It is a little before 5 o'clock on Monday, January 2nd, and I'm popping back in for one final wrap up video for 10 Days Writing, my 10-day writing retreat to work on my book, Managing Your Academic Identity Online. And I wanted to give just some final numbers of how things worked out for this 10-day retreat. I did indeed take this 10th day off. I had a great day just reading a book that had nothing to do with my research. I got in a good run, had a great salad for lunch, and just kind of rested before I have to head back to work tomorrow. But I do consider this retreat to be a complete success. I started the retreat with a little over 13,000 words, and that was about 46 and a half pages for the manuscript. And I ended the retreat with a little over 40,000 words and about 153 and a half pages. So that means over the 9 days that I worked on this book, I ended up adding a little over 27,000 words and 107 pages. That's about 3,000 words a day on average and a little under 12 pages a day on average for each of those 9 days. When I needed to take a break and do some research, I read and took notes, and I ended up making my way through 16 books, which was a huge stack that I had from the library, and all of those have gone back now. I was able to create the book's website, and I also was able to email and confirm the contributors that I'm working with for one of the chapters of the book. So I made a lot of progress on the manuscript, and it's certainly not done, but it's a lot farther than it was when I first started out. This has been a really fun experience for me, believe it or not. It was really enjoyable to delve into this manuscript and spend some time working on it without having my brain kind of distracted with other tasks and projects. And I did take the time to really carve that out for myself to make sure that I could really devote this time to the book. And I'm really glad I did. I feel like it really worked in the way that I wanted it to. One of the biggest challenges I think that I came up against with this retreat was at some points just not really feeling like writing. So it was really helpful for me to have other kinds of tasks to do, like some more research for the book or working on the book's website, where I could take a break and still feel like I was making progress on something related to the book. But I also feel like it was really helpful to not have really specific goals or to force myself to do really specific things on each day. I was able to make some pretty good progress on just the content of the book early on, adding about 25 pages a day in the first couple days. And I think that gave me some confidence as I went on that I could set my goals as I went along. So if you're interested in setting up something like this for yourself, I did record a podcast episode about it, and I will make sure and put that information at the bottom of this video in case you want to check that out. But thanks so much for following along on this 10 days writing retreat working on my book for Managing Your Academic Identity Online. I'll also include a link at the bottom of this video where you can find all the different updates that I created as part of a Google Plus collection that I've created for this. So thanks again so much for joining me on these video updates for my 10-day writing retreat. Thanks for watching.